Welcome to episode 45 of the Inside Job Boards and Recruitment Marketplaces podcast. I am one of your co-hosts. I'm Stephen Rothberg. I am the founder of College Recruiter Job Search Site, where we believe that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career, and then it should be easy and inexpensive for employers to hire them. My co-host is...
I'm Peter Zollman. I'm founder and chief whatever of the AIM Group. People here asking me, what do you do for the AIM Group? I say, I don't know, whatever. I'm this week in Atlanta at the Indeed FutureWorks conference. Nothing like job board conferences, you know. There's job board conferences here, there, everywhere. And the job board conference we're going to talk about right now is the Louise's conference. Louise and Louise, Louise Triance and Louise Grant do Job Boards Connect in London. I'm not going to say next month because it depends on when people watch this. Why don't you first tell us a little bit about who you are, Louise T, and then Louise G, and give the date of the conference a couple times so people know they got to register if they want to go.
They do. Thank you ever so much for having me today. So I'm Louise Triance. I have run UK Recruiter for 20-something years, background in agency recruitment and exec search. Absolute passion for all things recruitment and job boards specifically. And that is how I have ended up working with the wonderful Louise Grant running Job Boards Connect on the 12th of October.
The wonderful Louise Grant. Okay, we'll buy that.
Hi, thank you for having me too. So my name is Louise Grant. I'm the co-founder of Job Boards Connect along with Louise T. I've worked within the job board space since 99 with job boards, then with JobGate and Programmatic. And then 18 months ago, 2 years ago, Louise and I set up Job Boards Connect, and we're now about to run our third conference on the 12th
99. What were you, 7 back then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
7 years old. I'm impressed.
Child prodigy.
When and where is Job Boards Connect? Oh, right there on the screen. How clever. The 12th October 2023 in London, UK. Oh my gosh, Stephen, you are absolutely a prodigy when it comes to doing this technology stuff. Almost did, but that would have been meant we were Chad and Cheese's podcast, right?
It only took 32 years to become an overnight success.
Oh my! So tell us about Job Boards Connect.
Do you want to go first, Louise?
Yeah, I can do. So we have got a great lineup of speakers. So we have a one-day conference. So this is our annual conference, which is keynote speakers, full agenda of either keynotes, panels, some really interesting topics that are very relevant to the job boards out there and the challenges that they face currently. So we have the agenda for the day, and then we also have some great structured networking, so that we can get the community together, and lots of business to be done as well during the day as those connections and partnerships happen. So we provide fully structured networking so people can connect and arrange meetings for the day. What have I missed out, Louise?
Oh, yeah. I was going to mention the food. So as well as all of that, so when we ran it for the first time last year in London as well, different venue, we slightly underestimated how many people would want to come. So we've got a bigger venue this time, and it's actually a nicer venue as well. So it's at the ETC venues near Tower Hill, really nice area in London. The night before, we've got a drinks reception, and one the night of. So I don't know, we'll be burning the candle at both ends with that. And then we've got really great catering during the day. Now, you might think that's a weird thing to mention, but I've been to so many conferences where the coffee is rubbish and people leave the venue to get better coffee. So we're keeping people on site with the content, with the networking, and with the coffee.
That's awesome. And I can speak firsthand. So I've been to both of your events and also to the JobGate ones in North America before that Louise Grant organized. And the food, the venues, great. One thing I wanted to ask both of you, and I wonder if this is deliberate or if it was accidental, and maybe Louise Brandt, you can go first. But what I've noticed from your events is that there's a different vibe than a lot of other events. It's sort of a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill. My kids would say, my adult kids would say. Is that something purposeful? Is it accidental? How have you created that?
Well, I'll take that as a really big compliment, actually. Yeah, I think so, because what we don't want is an environment where people feel intimidated to walk into the room. If you walk into a conference and you don't know people, it can be quite a challenge and uncomfortable. And so which is why we do the pre-event drinks. That's always nice, so that you can meet people in more of a relaxed environment. I think that always helps, because you've often made some connections the night before over a beer or a glass of wine or a can of Coke. So that, I think, helps with making it more relaxed. But I think we want to try and make it a little bit of fun, because sometimes conferences can be quite dry and hard to kind of keep engaged with the content. And so, yes, it is intentional, most definitely, to try and make it more relaxed, and so people feel like they can have some proper conversations and relax during the day.
I was whining that I'm not getting to go because we have two people based in London who are attending, whereupon Louise and Louise pointed out that they will be at our RecBuzz conference in Barcelona in April.
Me too. All four of us.
Are
will
we
be
letting
there.
you in again?
You, whether you're willing to sell me a ticket or not, it's happening.
Oh, okay. Well, so we do have to mention RecBuzz, and I saw Stephen O'Donnell is paying attention. So there is another recruitment conference in Europe, which is Peter Weddle's TA Tech conference. I know he would be amused that I'm mentioning it, but I do, because even though we're competitors, we're mostly friendly competitors. So there are, I wouldn't say there are enough recruitment conferences, recruitment marketplace / job board conferences to go around, because if they're good, they are good. And you learn something, you get something out of it, you meet your colleagues and your counterparts. Ours is always at a wonderful venue. Stephen says, we're all friends here. Yes, we are. We all like going to each other's conferences. In any case,
one of my undergraduate business professors used to say that there's always room for another good pizza shop. And I think it's the same thing with the conferences. If it's a bad conference, bad vibe, whatever, there's no room for it. If it's good content, good location, good food, there's always room for it.
Well, I think that they're all different. They have different aspects and different things and you can learn something different and meet somebody different at each of them. So they all have a place. We're always based in London, and so that's you're going to have different audience to what Peter will have in Barcelona. So you definitely will connect and meet different people.
And the goal is twofold: to learn something and to connect with people whom you either know already and want to see face to face, or even better, people you don't know whom you meet for the first time and you can learn something from. One of my pet peeves, if that's the right word, is I go to a conference and I see 5 people from the same company all hanging together the whole time. And it's like, what are you doing? Split up. Meet the people you don't know. Don't hang with.
Louise, do you remember we got told off in last year at your conference by Peter for speaking to each other? So we know this is your Peter.
Like, don't. It's like the ducklings. But in any case, you can meet people. You can learn.
Yeah.
You can network, make connections that you can follow up with. And, I used to love going to Peter Weddle's conferences too. Would love to attend them.
One of the things I would say, Peter, sorry, I'm talking over you. I do apologize. But just to finish off your point, the other thing that I think is what we should all be proud of from the conferences is the amount of business that gets done because of these conferences. It's a really efficient use of time. If you've got a team member that's looking at partnerships with other job boards and aggregators, they can spend a whole day meeting with everybody and do so much business. And I mean, I would love to know and add up the millions and millions of dollars and pounds of business that has been done as a result of job boards.
So as an owner of a job board, Louise, that's not going to happen because we don't want to pay a commission on that. So sorry.
And on that note, we're running out of time. Any last points, Louise Grant or Louise Triance? And we'll wrap up and most see you at Job Boards Connect in London, see you at Rec Buzz in Barcelona. And any last thoughts?
So yes, 12th of October, we have around 10 spaces. So if you want to come, it's really limited space. We're maxing out the venue. So please get registered, take up the last space. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the 12th of October.
Isn't that a wonderful problem to have as a conference organizer? We are very close to our ceiling and we're going to cut it off. Yeah.
You've got to do it though. You can't overfill a venue because it doesn't work for anybody.
No.
And one final thought from me is I know that Stephen's shared the link everywhere. That's amazing. But if people want to see the agenda, which we've just alluded to, it's on our site and we work super hard. Obviously, Peter, we don't want to overlap with content with you. And it's really tricky in such a niche space. But I hope that when you look at it, you'll agree we've done our best.
Well, I know your conference will be brilliant. Our conference will be brilliant. I'm even guessing Peter Weddle's conference will be brilliant. Not as brilliant as ours or yours, of course, but it will still be brilliant. And it's a great way to learn, to network, and to do business. And I'm disappointed I won't see you there because it just ain't worth a flight across the pond when I already have 2 people in London. But see you in Barcelona.
See you in Barcelona.
See you in Barcelona, Stephen. And thank you both for coming on and shilling to us.
and if I might just close by saying that Peter, you won't be at Job Boards Connect, but Job Boards Connect is going to be fabulous. And like listeners can choose to put those 2 things together or not.
It will be great. I won't go there.
Right.
I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. And the
Thanks,
Louises.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers, all.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thanks, Peter. Bye.